Hey everybody, it is March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day here. And yeah, I was just going to do a short video. As you know, I've been kind of stopped making videos, well, especially as many anyway, lately because I mean, what's going on is it's a real slow reveal as well as it's kind of a slow wake up. Now, I touched on this before, but I mean, it's been decided, I guess, in a sense, by outside forces, sort of, you know what I mean, that are here to help. To, and I know you've heard this term before, or people have talked about it, but where we go one, we go all, and it's kind of what they had in mind was is they decided to instead of just waking up a few and in a sense uh, and then the rest kind of being stuck, to try to get out of this problem, and stuck, or it's almost like they're going to have to be do a do-over or extend the wake-up process. I think we all realized that I know this goes into past lives and stuff, but we've been recycled and we've been doing this for a long time. I mean, I know the concept of past lives is really it's a hard stretch for the average person out there, but that's part of this wake up situation. Not only are we waking up, but we're also being freed from this. It's a really interesting story and it's really big, but I mean, there's no way I can explain what's going on in a short period of time. I'm working on a book to try to explain, in more detail of what's been happening for billions of years, the situation that we're stuck in here on Earth. Uh, but anyway, going back to what I was saying earlier, is what's been happening is it's been we've changed timelines, we've adjusted timelines to have one where it's kind of a slow wake up call. So, in a sense, what we're doing is, uh, for a lot of us that sort of figured out what's going to go kind of going on years ago, decades ago, even like there's people that have been waking up in different stages for decades, yeah, for a long time, and they were kind of in a position where, I remember even me because this the real wake up call for me sort of started around 2001, but the big wake up call for me was started really in 2014. So it's like 10 years ago, and I started going down the rabbit hole a lot, and the situation, and you guys understand this all too well, is when you start figuring things out and you go, well, wait a minute, if these guys are doing this, then that means governments around the world are doing that, and that means the politicians are corrupt or the legal system's corrupt. And what's with the military? Why are they always starting wars and things like that? It's like you start realizing it's kind of crazy, but then you think to yourself, well, who do I tell this to? So, and then conveniently they put a label on people like us, calling us conspiracy theorists, but in reality, what it is we're just truth revealers. It's like that's really what's going on. I know it's crazy, but we also realized that if we started sharing that, people are going to think we're nutcases. So, for myself, I kept it to myself. I thought, okay, wait a minute. I'm just going to put that on a shelf and really think about it. But if it's true, if our take for instance our tax money, if they're just taking our tax money and they're abusing us and they're spending it on this like deep state stuff going on, or military stuff, like, or CIA budgets or whatever, you know what I mean, you start realizing, well, wait a minute, if they've been doing that, how long have they been doing that? And you start looking into it and whatever. It's just there's just so many things that we've woken up to. Um, so as you all kind of know, like what we're trying to do as a group of, uh, you know, truth seekers, we were trying to expose this because we've been figuring it out, and we're trying to, you know, wake the world up by exposing all these deep state or this cabal. We've been trying to expose them, you know, in whatever way we can, but we also realize we're hitting a brick wall with them trying to stop us from telling the truth. And this has been going on forever. So it's like this back and forth of like people that want the truth to come out and for us to change and stop doing these crazy things. And then our controllers are trying to stop us from telling everybody what's going on, as well as keep maintain these lies. So this back and forth, back and forth. We were trying to rip the Band-Aid off and just do it quickly. You know, let's say 6, 8 years ago, or you know, about that. And then, like I said, what's kind of happened was this outside higher. I'll just kind of explain it this way: higher dimensional beings that are here to assist with this liberation movement. They realized it's like, whoa, we're going too fast. We're gonna have to back this up and then slowly unravel it. So it's that's kind of the route we're taking. So that's the road we're taking right now. So, you know, I'm in a position where it's like, well, okay, it's very little. I'm starting to, you know, learn. Like nothing's really new to me anymore. Whether it's clones or, you know, adrenochrome or whatever, like all these crazy concepts. Now, a lot of them are probably out there, and there's a lot of disinformation out there too. So you have to kind of be choosy of which rabbit hole you go down. Again, I just put it on the shelf. I just put it on the shelf. I was like, okay, well, that could be true. I'll look into it later, or if it starts, you know, if more evidence of that comes out, then it's like, okay, well, then it's probably more, you know, it's probably more truthful. So that's kind of the position I'm at right now, even still to this day, is I'm going, okay, well, and you know, we could talk about crazy stories all day, whether it's UFOs or the corrupt government, but until there's more proof, there's not, we can't really help anybody wake up. So kind of what's going on is this slow unraveling of the truth. And so I've been watching that play out. So in the meantime, I'm just trying to well, I try to stay sane constantly. I've been doing that for decades. But yeah, I just sort of disconnect myself from the regular world and the regular thinking, and I'm more open to uh, obscure information and you know that type of thing. So, but at the same time, you know, publicly around my friends, I don't really discuss any of this stuff. Really, I just sort of keep it to myself, or find few other people. Is like, so what do you think about what's going on with the government or with the military? And you know, I feel them out, and then if they realize, and I start to realize, well, wait a minute, they're waking up to what's going on too. So then I can openly discuss it with them. So, and these groups are getting bigger and bigger. So the average, you know, whether we call them sleepy people or not, average people out there, they uh, they're slowly waking up, because what's been happening is a lot of this stuff is coming out there. It's like disclosure is happening, but it's happening slowly. And when I say it's happening slowly, it's for two main reasons. There's the reason why is because the control system that we've been under, they don't want us to wake up, especially because if we find out about one lie, then we start. It's just common sense that you go, well, if they lied about that, then they probably lied about this. They've been keeping this a secret. They've hidden that. So we realize it'll become exponential. It'll start picking up speed. It's like people are going to go, wait a minute, this is all one big lie. We've been just being farmed. We've been used. That's what they're going to wake up to. So we're going to do this slowly. And if you noticed, that's kind of what's been going on. So from what I've been getting is, this by the end of this year, most people will have got it. So whether we're talking percentage wise, like 80% of the world is going to go, wait a minute, okay, we're being messed with for sure. Because that's one of the first things you realize is like, okay, we're being played by, well, whether you call them the elite, but the politicians, lawyers, judges, whatever, we're all being kind of played because they're basically keeping this organization a secret. Whether you call it the Illuminati or whatever, there's different sort of factions of it. But it's like, yeah, it's these people that know what's going on. They're either blackmailed into playing along with it, or they're rewarded for playing along with it, and to keep this control system going. Well, anyway, that's going to be all exposed probably by the end of this year. And whether people realize it or not, or take it on board, it's up to them. But we're basically breaking free, and that's kind of what I'm here. So I'm here to not only observe it and participate in it as much as I can, but yeah. So it'll be really exciting times when this happens. We break free from this. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm not really posting much because, it's just from our perspective, it's like I can tell you forever about, how corrupt the system is, but unless there's proof of it that comes out, I don't blame people for just listening, not taking me seriously. So I'm still waiting for more proof, and that's kind of why I'm not posting that much. Probably by the end of this year, I'll be able to go, yep, see, I told you so, and see, I told you this is going on, and it's starting to come out. So there's going to be more of that probably by the end of this year. So for now, yeah, maybe once a month I'll just sort of check in, but again, stay positive, because we have to keep in mind that we're part of this jailbreak, if you know what I mean. We're going, yes, we're getting out of here. These guys are going to get caught for what they did, and there's going to be real justice in the future and whatever, So we have to think like that. So anyway, yeah, stay focused on being positive. This is going to be difficult for us, as you know, sort of watching the rest of the world slowly wake up and get up to speed. But that's just the way we've decided to do this. So anyway, again, it's going to try our patience, I guess. So yeah, be patient. This is working. It's working really well, to be honest. It's just slow. And okay, that's all I got for today. And happy St. Patrick's Day, I guess, as well. Okay, bye.